So I'm Julian Wilton. I'm the creative director at Massive Monster. My job is usually just like drawing weird faces on everything.
And hey, I'm Narayana. I'm a composer and music producer, and I'm writing the music and producing it for Cult of the Lamb.
Cult of the Lamb, it's kind of a bit of a hybrid game. On kind of one hand, we have like this base building elements, kind of like Stardew Valley or something. And then on the other hand, we have like this kind of like dungeon crawler, like Hades, and we just kind of like mush them together a little bit.
It's a game where you're a lamb that suddenly becomes a cult leader, and you're essentially running this cult of really cute animals, and you're kind of deciding whether you want to be a good cult leader or if you want to go down kind of a darker path.
You kind of go out into this like dark, mysterious world where you'll kind of fight off enemies and you'll kind of rescue followers. You have to look after them. They're quite needy, you know, they get hungry. You got to keep them happy. You got to keep their faith high. Always wanted to take the music that I like and I like listening to, but like apply that to a game. So it's really cool to hear, just kind of, I wanted that approach converted to games.
I'm really lucky because the Cult of the Lamb team, they like my music that I already was making, and they were like, look, basically like do you, but make it cult, or make it sound like you could get killed around any corner, or make it sound like, you know, you're kind of fighting for your life. So that I'm taking all those like kind of elements and influences, and then I'm just kind of doing those on top of me. So it's got like big beats and really big bass lines.
So it's tricky on Cult of the Lamb because we do have these two sides of the game with like the safety of the base, but then on the other is this like dark, dangerous like dungeon the player needs to experience.
To capture this kind of cute, whimsical feel, I'm using a lot of marimbas and kind of short, kind of little instruments, I guess you'd call them, like marimbas and mallets and things like that. But then to capture this kind of darker cult feeling, I'm using a lot of vocals. There's this one boss, and it's this cute animal has been turned into this terrible tentacle boss. I'm using this vocal line, and I'm using this Format filter on it, which is like a digital throat length, and I'm able to like manipulate this vocal and make it sound kind of really freaky and mutant. And it's just cool because I feel like I'm capturing what's happening on the screen. It's almost like the follower is making that sound. The team at Massive Monster will send me through a few references and kind of tell me about what the area is. And then I'm essentially just trying to capture that energy. I'm trying to use the palette of the game that I've built over, you know, the last few years of working on it. And every time I like make an instrument that I think is working quite well, you know, I save that into a folder, which is where all my sounds of the game are. Almost at the end of every brief, the team's like, but, you know, just do you. Yeah, so it's kind of like...
we're like, oh, we think this might be cool, but also just do whatever you want. As long as it's like hitting the kind of minimum thing it does to like communicate what the track is or what's happening, then usually that's all good.
Your headspace has got to be really like, you know, I'm quite new to this, and so I'm totally fine if something's not working. I've never been like, no, I think this really is working, or, you know, I'm totally happy to take it back to the drawing board and try something different. Yeah, if someone says something, even if you don't necessarily agree with that one sentence or whatever it is, there's something that's not working right. And I feel like that's my job to kind of figure out what that is and fix that. You've got to know like quite a few ways to give something more energy. I feel like that's the most common feedback I get is like, oh, it needs to have more energy. So you've got to have a lot of tricks up your sleeve for more energy.
So you can check out Cult of the Lamb at cultofthelamb.com and give us a wish list. You know, it'll be coming out next year, consoles and desktops.
Yeah, so you can find me on Spotify or on YouTube or on iTunes under the name Riverboy. Instagram, Twitter, I'm on all the places. And look forward to Cult of the Lamb in 2022.